In this video number 29, we are going to learn another concept of Charlier's accuracy check. Now this is a method to check arithmetic mean in a frequency distribution. At our school level, the numbers that are given in the data are very small to be calculated, so most of the time we might be correct. But when you consider the data on the whole for a country, the statistics, the numbers would be too large and there could be some errors made while calculating the value of mean. So how to check whether the mean of the frequency distribution is correct or not? So we have here the accuracy check for a shortcut method, that is the assumed mean method, as well as for the step deviation method. The formula given by Charlier to calculate whether we are right in calculating the mean or not are as follows. So in case of shortcut method or the assumed mean method, it is given by sigma f of d plus 1, and that should be equal to sigma fd plus sigma f. Okay, so let's calculate the arithmetic mean and check the calculations using the accuracy check. Now here we are given the data of the age group and the number of persons. So here we have the age group 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and then 60 to 70, and the number of persons falling under each age group. So there are 4 people in the age group of 10 to 20, 10 people within the age group of 20 and 30, 15 in 30 to 40, and 20 people in 40 to 50, and 16 people from 50 to 60, and 5 in the age group of 60 to 70. Now this is a continuous series. Since class intervals are given, it is a continuous series. So what we need to find out first, we should not forget the method of calculating arithmetic mean for a continuous series. There we had the calculation of midpoint to make it into a discrete series. So what is the midpoint of 10 to 20? We know m will be given by L1 plus L2 divided by 2. So this is 10 plus 20, 30 by 2 gives us 15, and then here we have 25, then 35, 45, 55 and 65 are the midpoints. Now this becomes a discrete series. Now from here, let's calculate the arithmetic mean by the usual method that we learned earlier. So first we need to calculate, since this is the assumed mean method, we need to first calculate the deviation from the assumed mean. Let us assume the mean, the centermost value, which is 35. Now let's calculate deviation. So deviation is equal to m minus a. M is here 15. 15 minus 35 gives us minus 20. 25 minus 35 gives us minus 10. Then 35 minus 35 gives us 0. 45 minus 35 gives us 10. And here it is 55 minus 35, 20. 65 minus 35 is 30. Now let's calculate FD, because the formula to calculate arithmetic mean for a shortcut method is given by A plus sigma FD by sigma F. So X bar will be equal to, let us calculate FD, because we need FD over here. So F is here and D is here. So 4 into minus 20 gives us minus 80. 10 into minus 10 gives minus 100. 15 into 0, 0. 20 into 10, 200. 16 into 20, 320. 5 into 30, 150. Okay. Now we need sigma FD. So if you add all these values, we get here 300, 520, 570, 670. So 670 minus how much? 180. 670 minus 180 will give us 490. Sigma FD is 490. So now we'll put these values to find out the arithmetic mean. Also we need sigma F. So sigma F will be equal to, here we calculate 4, 14, 29, 49, 51, 61, this will come to 70. Okay, this is 20, 40, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so that is 70. Now what was the assumed mean? A is equal to 35. We put 35 plus sigma FD is 490 divided by sigma F, here we found out to be 70. So this will be equal to 35 plus, this goes 7 plus 7, 7s are 49. So you get a 7 here, which is equal to 42. So 42 is our mean mark. Now what we have to do is, we found out the arithmetic mean. Now using this accuracy check, Charlier's accuracy check, we are going to find out whether our mean is correct or not. For that we will need this formula. Sigma f of d plus 1 is equal to sigma fd plus sigma f. Okay, so for this what do we need? Just keep the formula at hand and then find out f d plus 1. So let's find out first d plus 1. D plus 1, d is here, plus 1 we have to do. So minus 20 plus 1 will give us minus 19. Minus 10 plus 1 gives us minus 9. Now 0 plus 1 gives us 1. 10 plus 1 is 11. 20 plus 1, 21. And 30 plus 1 is 31. Now we need to find out sigma of f into d plus 1. So d plus 1 is here, f is here. Let's multiply this and d plus 1. So 4 into minus 19, how much? 76, minus 76. Then 10 into 9, minus 90. 15 into 1, 15. 20 into 11, 220. 16 into 21. So this is 336. And 5 into 31, it will be 155. Now we need sigma f d plus 1. So we have to find sigma f d plus 1, which will be equal to, let's add all of those, and this comes to 166 minus 166, and when you add this you get 726. Subtract this and we will get 560. So that will be the sigma f d plus 1. Okay. Now we will substitute these values over here to find out whether our mean is correct or not. So check. Sigma f d plus 1 should be equal to sigma fd plus sigma f. What is sigma fd plus 1? 560 is equal to sigma fd. We found out to be 490. So 490 plus 70. Sigma f is 70. So 70. This is equal to 560. So our mean is correct. So that's how you do it for the shortcut method. Now let us look at the step deviation method. For the same given data, the same age groups and the same frequency, and I have copied the same thing over here, the midpoints we calculated, then we also calculated the deviation part. Now for a step deviation method, we go one step ahead, isn't it? So we find out d dash, which would simplify the values of d. So for that we need to calculate the C. What is C? Common class interval or common factor, which is C here 20, 10, 10, 20, 30 are all multiples of 10. So the common factor would be 10. So divide this by 10, you get minus 2. Divided by 10, minus 1. 10 by 10 is 1. Here you get 2 and 3. So d dash was easy to calculate. Now also fd dash. What is fd dash? F into d dash that we calculated just now. So 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. 10 into minus 1, minus 10. 15 into 0. Then here 20 into 1, 20. 16 into 2, 32. 5 into 3, 15. So the summation would be 49. So this we can do and see, it comes to 49. Now we already know the method of calculating arithmetic mean for a step deviation method, which is given by a plus sigma fd dash by sigma f into c. This is what we have learnt while we learned the continuous series and the step deviation method under it to calculate the arithmetic mean. So now we'll put the values. What was the assumed mean? 35 plus sigma fd dash was calculated to be 49 divided by sigma f, which is 70 into 10. That was the class common factor. Okay, so that comes to, this reduces to 7, and we have 35 plus 7 equal to 42. So the mean here is the same as what we calculated using the shortcut or the assumed mean method. Now let us check using the Charlier's accuracy check. Okay, so to check this, what is the formula? The formula is here. We have sigma f d dash plus 1 is equal to sigma f d dash plus sigma f. Okay, so now what is d dash? D dash is minus 2. Here, now we have to calculate d dash 1, d dash plus 1. So minus 2 plus 1 will give us minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 2. 2 plus 1 3, and 3 plus 1 is 4. Alright. Now we have to find f d dash plus 1. D dash plus 1 is already calculated. Now we know frequency is given here. So 4 into minus 1 will give us minus 4. 10 into 0. 15 into 1. Then we have 20 into 2, which is equal to 40. 16 into 3 is 48. And 5 into 4 is 20. Now, in the formula, f sigma f d dash plus 1 is asked. So we have to calculate sigma f d dash plus 1. So this will come to, you add this and minus 4, you will get 119. Okay. Now we'll put these values here in the formula to see whether our mean is correct. Then here sigma f d dash plus 1 is equal to 119. Is equal to sigma f d dash is 49 plus sigma f is 70. Put the value here to get 7 plus 4, 11, 119. So 119 is equal to 119. Hence our mean is correct. So that is how we use the Charlier's accuracy check to calculate, to see whether our calculation of arithmetic mean using step deviation method or the assumed mean method is correct or not. Okay.